What is up, Nerf Nation? I'm Naptown Nerf, and I'm super excited to bring to you the return of the Raider stock and the Captain Cassian Andor of Eadu Star Wars Rogue One Blaster. Man, that name is a mouthful. All right, let's take a look at the box now. Try to keep it in frame. It's super humongous with all these extras you get with the Captain Cassian Andor of Eadu. I believe that's how you pronounce that anyways. Blaster. They also make a smaller version of the Captain Cassian blaster, but it's just a front loader, one shooter. I think it retails for like $20 as opposed to this one, which is $80. But if you get it this week, which I just got this and picked it up today at my local Target, and you can only get these at Target, but they do have a sale on these right now. They're $69.99, and then they also have $10 off if you spend $50 right now through the 8th of October. So that's through this week. So if you get this week, you can get this thing for as low as $60. This is super awesome, guys. I'm so excited. We have the Raider stock, which this has not been released since the Raider, unless you count the Super Soakers that came out with a similar style. But this is the Raider stock, and I know this is very loved in the Nerf community, so really excited about that. And I really love this blue color. We also get a Spectre barrel, which I know a lot of people love too, so that's really exciting. And then this is a scope, which is from the Modulus line. And I'm really loving the blue color. Blue's my favorite color, so this is awesome. This is the exact same blaster as the Jyn Erso blaster, but it is red. So it's the exact same blaster, but with this version, you get all these extras with it. So if you just want the blaster, then I would suggest buying that because it's going to be cheaper, obviously, just to buy the blaster by itself. But also with the blue version, you get a 12-dart magazine or clip, as opposed to the Jyn Erso blaster, which you only get a 6-dart clip. So some advantages there, plus you get a few extra darts. So you get 12 instead of 6 darts. So pretty cool. This is part of the Glow Strike series. So these actually glow in the dark. So this has a UV LED inside of it that charges these darts and will fire glow darts in the dark. You probably won't be able to see them very well in the light, but in the dark you'll be able to see hopefully the glow of the dart. So we'll definitely take a look at that. And the other super cool feature of this blaster is it makes sounds. That is just awesome. And this makes it lights up here. I don't know if you guys can see that right now, but we'll check that out in the dark. So that's really awesome, and I think that's really cool for the Star Wars line, for the Rogue One series, and for hopefully for all future Star Wars blasters, because I know a lot of people buy these for props and just enjoy just pew pew pew, and so I know a lot of people enjoy just making the pew pew with their voice, but it's cool to have the blaster to do that for you. And so if you lose the darts, or if you don't want to use darts, you can just have fun with the blaster, and it'll make noises and sounds, which is really cool. So this is Captain Cassian here. I'm really excited for the new movie. I can't wait for it to come out. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. And let's take a look at the back of the box. I think that's about it on the front. So yeah, it obviously comes with batteries because of this Try Me feature. So that's really cool. And we'll test out the blaster with the batteries in it. This was just put out on the shelf today, so I know these batteries are not used hardly at all, but they probably aren't the best batteries. So for like a range test and for the chrono test, we'll definitely put in some fresh batteries. So nevertheless, let's take a look at the back. So yeah, it's pretty basic. You get your 12 glow strike darts. You get obviously your stock here, which is a Raider stock. You get your scope. You get your front barrel attachment. Shows you the sound comes out here. So this is where the speaker is. This is a rev trigger. So this is a motorized blaster. So you have to, and it runs off a flywheel, so you have to rev the blaster with this button before you pull the trigger to fire a dart. And you will not, this has locks in it, so you will not be able to mess that up. You won't be able to pull the trigger and jam the blaster without revving these flywheels. So, and this is really cool too. It's a little new mag release, so this is how you drop your clip. It doesn't actually have that pointed out here on this diagram, but that's what that does. And so that'll drop the magazine, which is a little different than the strife style of blaster that this is based off of, which people in the Nerf community know well. So it's a little different how that mag release drops. So without me blabbing on any more about this awesome blaster, let's go ahead and do a really sweet unboxing with a lightsaber. Alright, let's loosen this from its package. I think that did it. Okay, I think we got the box open now. I think we're going to have some more work to do once we get inside of that box. Pretty sweet. Let's crack that lightsaber back out and get this guy open all the way. Magazine's loose. Alright, I think we should be able to get everything out now nice and easy. So with the blaster, you get obviously the stock, the scope, and the barrel attachment. You get your 12 dart magazine, and you actually get 18 dart, which I thought it was just 12. But it's really cool that they threw some extra ones in there because glow darts are a little hard to come by. You can get knockoff glow darts online, and I'll put a link to that in the description box if you're looking for some knockoff glow darts. But it's nice to have a few extras because these are quite expensive. I think they're selling for, at Target, they were selling for $10 for 12 of them, I do believe. So nice they throw a couple extra in there for you. Okay guys, here she is, all put together. Pretty awesome. Do really like the size of this. Very nice grip here in the front to hold on to. Your batteries, if you want to change them and put new ones in, this is where they go, right under here. And then, like I said, this is the magazine release, so you just push that, and then you can just pull out your magazine. It kind of is a problem for lefties, though. I could see this being tough for lefties to get to. I don't know if you're grabbing this with your right hand. I would say you would do it probably something like that. So not undoable if you're a lefty, but just a different way to get your magazine out there. So I like that, though. That's pretty fun. I think that's a pretty cool little feature and a little new addition. Jam door is really small, but this is what this does. So this will open up, and it's kind of difficult with the scope on here. So obviously it won't work when you have your scope on. You won't be able to get into your jam door. So that's a little bit of a problem, but nothing too big of a deal. But that's your jam door. It kind of goes the wrong direction in my opinion. I'd rather it flip the other way, but this is the way it's done and doesn't really flip too far out of the way, but hopefully we won't have too many jams. But yeah, that's how you would clear your jam. So your stock, it comes off like this. You just push down on this little button, this orange button here, and then you can pull it off and you just slide it right on real easy, and it locks in there. And it's really nice and secure on there, which is good. The stock has 4 stages, so you have your all the way closed. You have right here is another stage, so you can have it extended that far. You can have it extended that far. You can have it extended that far. So that's the fully extended stage. One thing I did notice is there's no in-strike thing on the Raider stock, so they did take that off for this version. So that's kind of cool, actually. I think that's a good decision by Hasbro. I'm glad they didn't leave that on. I'm going to talk a little bit about the function for people that aren't aware of how to use a blaster like this. So like I said when we were talking about the box, this is the rev trigger right here. You pull down on that, and that revs your flywheels, and then you'll pull the trigger, obviously, to fire a dart. And it'll just fire 1 dart at a time, 1 dart per trigger pull. So the comfort of the blaster is nice. I mean, with this stock, that is really nice and it shoulders really well. The scope has some crosshairs in there. There's no plastic or glass, and this is not a functioning scope by any means. It's just there for show. You can line up your shot there. Not that that's going to matter too much because Nerf darts aren't that accurate. The grip, pretty nice and comfortable. I don't have any issues there. I think it's really, really nice. I think it's a good grip, and I really like this foregrip area. Obviously, this blaster's based off of a certain type of real steel blaster. I'm not a big gun connoisseur, so I have no idea what actual blaster it's based off of, but I know Star Wars and a lot of science fiction movies actually base their blasters or guns in the movies off of real guns. So I think it gives it a cool look, but not super realistic, and especially in this blue, it's not going to be confused with any sort of real steel firearm. I do like the kind of the in-between, and I think this is really cool. The front attachment is really nice. It's on there really secure. It actually has a locking thing in there that locks it on, so it's not going anywhere. But this is super comfortable. I have absolutely no complaints. The blaster is pretty sleek, pretty thin. Yeah, that's the blaster. I think let's go ahead and put it over the chronograph. All right, so I'm going to use 12 new In-Strike Elite darts, which is the exact same kind of dart as your Glow Star Wars darts. I just don't want to use those and lose any of them, and so I have fresh darts for when we shoot them at nighttime. So, all right, I'm going to put 12 shots over the chrono. 49, 48, 50, duplicate, 56, 54, 51, 50, duplicate 50, 52, 52, 58, and that's it. Okay guys, so from where I have the camera set up today and where I'm firing from, the end of the house where the gutter comes down is about 50 to 55 feet, in that range. So I'll do 12 shots level without the barrel attachment, and I'll do 12 shots angle without the barrel attachment, and then I'll do 12 shots level with the barrel attachment. Okay guys, we're going to do a little demonstration here in the dark. So you can see that lighting up there. Test out these glow darts now and see how this works. You can see it charging there. And let me pull out the magazine and show you this. So see how it charges the darts. That's how it does it. There's some UV lights in there. And it actually, it's kind of cool, lights up the sides of the blaster there and the jam door, so that's pretty sweet. And we'll fire them off and see if you can see it. Works pretty well. Cool. Alright guys, so the performance is not the best with this blaster, unfortunately. It's even worse, in my opinion, than a stock Strife. And that's just, if for people that don't know, it's the same exact internals as this blaster, just with a different styling of shell. So it should get the same performance as that. And I'm not sure if they put different motors in this, or if it's because of all the electronics with the lights and sounds that the batteries, the stock AA batteries, the 4 AA batteries in here cannot just do all that. It's just not enough power to run the motors and all the electronics. I'm not sure if that has something to do with it and causing the lack in performance, but range test, obviously we got probably about 30 to 35 foot average with level shots without the barrel attachment. With the barrel attachment, it was even worse. And then range angle shots were about 50 feet average, I would say. So not the best, but there's a lot of ability to mod this thing and make it much, much better into a really awesome blaster. So I will definitely be doing it because it is much needed for this. So stay tuned for that on the channel. Other than that, cosmetically, this blaster is really cool, very comfortable. I love the blue. The light up features are really cool. I think those are really sweet. And the noises are awesome. I guess I wish that they could have made it so the noises could have been turned off so you could fire the blaster without the noises. That would have been cool to have, to be able to just turn the sound off if you wanted to, or turn the lights off if you wanted to. But that's not the case. So maybe possibly something that could be done in a mod. We'll see. I think this is an awesome purchase. I think the price tag's a bit high at the $80 that they're asking for it, but if you can get it for $60 or less, I think that's a little more reasonable. If this is something that you really, really like, I recommend going out and getting it, because I think it's a really cool blaster and one of the coolest blasters, in my opinion, that's come out in a while in terms of cosmetics. So really excited about this. Glad I was able to get you guys a review of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your viewership. Please check out some of my other videos. We do thrifting on this channel. We do mods, mod overviews. Hopefully I'll get some game footage up at some point, and obviously we do reviews. So thanks for watching. May the force be with you. Peace out, guys.